What's up, you guys? I'm back with another video. We're gonna jump into it. I'll be reading 2 cards from the Dreamer's Remembrance. Okay. Card number 3, the star codes are in your skin. Card number 21, anointed by affliction. Okay, so there's a counsel message in card number 3. It says, and when I say the counsel, I mean the ones who came before you. So this is like 9th, 12th house energy. Mine is Libra, Capricorn. Okay, so your ancestors sit in my 12th house. Your elders talk to me about you. Okay, angels. This is good or bad. Okay, I've had some experiences. So when I say good or bad, I mean good or evil. Yeah. So counsel message. This is what the counsel wants you to know. Your body remembers the map. The codes are not only in the stars, okay? Yeah. They are in your walk, in your voice, in your scars. You are the embodied astrology of your lineage. You are both the cosmic riddle and the answer. The patterns of the sky live in your posture. So the message from Source is, you are the scripture-made skin. Your laugh, your pace, your pain, all contain constellations. The word became you. Touch yourself with reverence from this day forward, okay? Even your wounds shine with purpose. That's card number 3. Card number 21. Know that you are anointed by affliction. Okay? Every hit you took was a holy initiation. Every hit. It didn't feel good, but you took the hit. And I remember watching this movie, Rocky Balboa, with I can't remember the actor's name, but in the video, Rocky made the comment, it ain't about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit. So every heartbreak was a seal. Give me that. Bring me that belt, Joshua. Give it here. Joshua! Get that out your mouth. Here. So every heartbreak was a seal. Affliction didn't strip you, it sanctified you. So some of y'all could be sitting, maybe stuck in six of cups energy, reminiscing about the past. Let's deal some tarot though before I go forward. Some have you stuck, okay? Because you got 2 3s here. You got anointed by affliction. And then you have the star codes are in your skin. So this message seems to be a message of inspiration and hope for you to be progressive. Page of Swords, got the Emperor here. Alright, coming down. Page of Pentacles. We got 2 pages here, but you got Temperance at the bottom of the deck. So I'm gonna say this because you got the Page energy, and you're watchful of your energy. You're very watchful of your energy. Because with this Page of Swords here, he got his eyes on the blade. He's holding the blade. This is someone who give me Yasir. This is somebody who's watchful what they even say out of their mouth. So this Page of Swords is really Gemini's energy. So Gemini's two-faced energy. It's a dual energy. So you could be somebody that's good at wearing a mask. Okay? You're not who you need to be to you, but you are who other people think you are to other people what you think they need you to be, right? But you limit yourself. So you're very watchful of the way that you stand in leadership. So with that being said, if you're wearing two faces, you're split. You may be a bit distorted, and people. And standing in that energy makes you someone who does not give a lot. Because you got the Page of Pentacles here. It's like you're stuck at a beginner's state. You're stuck. And you could give more. You could do more, but you don't. All right. So you got Temperance at the bottom. Temperance at the bottom of the deck. You are someone who weighs. You do a lot of weighing. And with this white dove flying out of the cup that's up, as above, so below. You could be someone who thinks that you're in the right space, but you're someone who's very inspirational. You're very inspirational, but you're about to have a tower moment here. You're being called to rest. Okay, take a break from past hurt, or just take a mental break from I want to say the things that were done to you. Okay, because it's called self-entrapment, and it keeps you in the 6 of Cups energy. Those are the same damn cards that came out in the last bit. I'm going to keep them, though. I'm keeping them. I definitely shuffled these. I'm going to use another deck. But, yeah. Yeah. So let's pull from the Oracle of Pluto deck real quick. Not the Crow again. Ooh, give me another one, Spirit. I almost got the Crow again, y'all. But look, this page here flapped open, and then we got the Devil. So, meaning addiction, abuse, aggression, and control. Just like a few others in the deck, the Devil is a special card representing more of a mythical creature or concept. Should the Devil card appear in a reading, there is something sinister at play that requires total ruthless honesty on your end. This card is a call to get real about the patterns, behaviors, or cycles you are perpetuating that are unhealthy. This, in a way, is the very essence of shadow work. As a byproduct of life, each of us inevitably has at least a few ways in which we tend to self-sabotage. This is the moment to name them. It is addiction, abuse, codependency, something else. How are you engaging in and perpetuating this pattern now? This card isn't to poke at guilt and shame, nor to trigger any traumas, okay? It is, however, a calling out. It's highly probable that you're already aware of these behaviors and know that they don't serve you. Even if there is comfort and familiarity, continuing to self-sabotage yourself only holds you back from your truest potential. It may feel scary to let go, but it's time to change the narrative. What is the first step? Name it. Write it down. Take it. I like that. Take it. Because you were anointed by affliction. Let me read this card again. Okay. It says, every hit you took was a holy initiation. Every heartbreak was a seal. Affliction didn't strip you. It sanctified you. So whatever pain, abuse, grief, loss, whatever you had endured to a point to where you felt like it was an affliction or something that kept eating away at you and had you in a space where you had to become somebody else and you couldn't stand in authenticity. To where you had to water down who you really were. That left you giving bare minimum. Okay? You got to remember. Your words and their words don't disqualify you. Their actions did not disqualify you. As a matter of fact, it crowned you. Okay? So, ask yourself though, where did your greatest affliction prepare you for? Because you're not stuck. And you're not on uneven ground, okay? You're not falling to the point to where you can't get up. You were actually being prepared for your spiritual authority. Okay? So where did your greatest affliction prepare you for your spiritual authority? Not prepare you for failure, stagnation. Okay? I was going underwater. Okay. You are the scripture-made skin. Everything about you all contains the constellations. The word became you. That's important for you to that's something that you need to embed in your memory. When you touch yourself with reverence, that's what you need to say to yourself. Because even your wounds, they shine with purpose. Don't hide your scars. Don't hide your wounds. Because there's purpose in your affliction. And that was anointed by affliction. You were sent here to deal with this. And shine bright. Hey. Yeah. Don't touch it. Leave it alone. No. Okay, chosen. I'm gonna get you. Yeah, I am. The Chronos came out in the last reading, so this might be a part 2 reading. I don't know. Chronos Dancer is here again. Astral Guardian is here. I saw binder of unclean contracts. Let's see. That stood out. Walker between worlds. See, that explains that page of sword energy. So, not only were you born with an intimate rhythm connected to divine time, by prophetic alignment, you carry the codes of patience, cycles, endings, and rebirth. Okay? And you dance between moments that others miss. You walk through invisible doors. You know when to go silent and when to make your move. This is the Chronos Dancer. This is someone who is looking at you. You could be somebody that is often sized up. People like they look at you and they size you up, right? But they judge you, but they don't judge you right. They see you, but they don't see clearly. Okay? Then you got the walker between worlds. Chronos Dancer. You dance right through doors. The underworld, I feel, is a place that you've been where you've witnessed a lot of things because you've been afflicted. Okay? Astral Guardian. You're someone who, and now I feel like I need to get the other deck. Astral Guardian. You're someone who astral travels a lot, whether you know it or not. When your body is asleep and laying there, laying prostrate, and you while you're sleeping, your soul, you leave and you go to other realms. Okay, so people could, a lot of people may even call you lazy, but they don't know that you traveling, baby. Move back. So I got a question. Because you on go mode in the spirit realm. So what are you, what's that about? Astral guardian. You know what I just heard? That's where you had to go. Your body here in the physical realm endured hardships and it was afflicted. Because that's your contract. You know, we sign contracts to endure certain things here. Regardless of what it is you endure. You could have been with a man, a father figure that raped you, gave you 10 children. You understand what I'm saying? And some of y'all may say with your carnal minds, why would somebody sign up to come here and allow their father to, honey? When we come here, we break cycles, okay? That's why you have karma between the 12th and the 1st house. When we come here with these contracts that you done signed in the ethers, when you get here, you forget. And yeah, you got to stand strong through everything that you signed up for. Yeah, of course you're not going to remember that you signed up for it. But honey, we're having to find our way back. We're having to find our way back. Everybody is. Okay, everybody's life ain't the same. Okay. But what your spiritual team wants you to know is, let's see, what I was talking about. Astral guardians. What are you doing in the astrals? Ace of Wands, the World card, and the High Priestess. Your world was different there. It was a different world, baby. Y'all said go and sit down. Take your book. Go read your book. You astral projected a lot. You slept a lot, okay? While people thought that you were being lazy or whatever. You slept a lot because you were busy. In another realm, you were creating something. Something had your heart, your desire. Because you got passion and desire gardens here. Something sparked. It was a whole new world there. Okay, then you had the World card here. So you was closing, you was ending cycles there. So ew, okay, High Priestess here. So let's clarify High Priestess. I feel like you were ending cycles that placed you in it placed you in a different ranking. Yeah, you was getting your rank because you got the 10 of Swords here. And the ending cycles of betrayal, darkest before dawn. And see, and in this realm, it may be a bit difficult in this realm. Okay, because this realm is very different from the others. However, but you're here. And so, but what you're needing to know is this. You're called, you're someone who is destined for greatness, okay? You could be a fire sign, okay? Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Something. What is this Tower card? That's what I had wanted to know from the beginning. You got darkest before dawn. Something happened just recently here. Development of trust and manifestation. This is the Page of Pentacles. We got a lot of pages here. A lot of offers. A lot of small beginnings. Clarifying the Tower. So, and this is the Page of Pentacles, though, twice. And remember I said that this was that bare minimum energy. And Spirit is saying no more. No more. Something happened that cut off that double-minded energy that you were in. Let's see. Stop, Yasir. Grief and sorrow way. Like I said, you could have been dealing with some type of heartbreak, loss, some type of affliction that affected your ambition and the way that you were carrying on before, because this is the Queen of Wands, which is the supporter of ambition and like business success. So something came and something cut off your Queen of Swords energy, your Queen of Wands energy, to where you're not as confident, you're not as trendy, okay? It ain't working for you no more. Yeah, and it happened fast too with the Chariot here at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, and you're having to face yourself. Okay, you're having to deal with yourself in this reality. Joshua. Yeah. Let's get more cards. That's why I kept hearing, oh, what a day. What a day, what a day. This thing hard for you, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, bottom of the deck is strong arm. So, I'm finna tell you now. Here. Go sit down. So you got superstar heightened abilities, divine truth with strong arm here. This superstar energy. So in the last video, I talked about the North Star. I talked about the North Node, okay, being your North Star energy that you got to materialize. With the Emperor here, you have superstar ability. But with the High Priestess coming out, your superstardom is geared around your spiritual work. And you need to embrace your unique abilities and stay authentic, as these qualities will guide you to fame. Okay? Your path is illuminated by your North Node. Didn't I say that? Promising and a profound and lasting impact. Let your true self be visible. You are meant to shine in the public eye. And in the last video, we talked about the 5th house. But you had to go through this affliction. You had to go through the Tower moment. Like something had to be exposed. Okay, and it left you in the 3 of Swords energy. Okay, and it had to affect the old you. Okay. Yeah. Heightened abilities. It says, even if it feels like your spiritual gifts are being challenged, your intuition remains untouched and powerful now. More than ever, your abilities to see beyond are being enhanced. Trust in this inner clarity is leading you to greater depths of understanding and strength. Your true potential is unfolding. Embrace it with confidence. You're gaining a new confidence. You're gaining a new confidence. You're trusting your third eye, okay? Because you see how Everything is blindfold. You are definitely a seer. You see a lot of shit. You don't say a lot. That's about to change because you have divine truth here. You hold the divine truth. Put it in. What is it? That's trash. Since you come over here now. It says, this card invokes Archangel Michael for protection and truth. Embrace his strength and clarity to face life fearlessly. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Serves as a reminder of the divine protection and guidance you have, encouraging you to move confidently on your path. Okay, and I think I got some messages from Archangel Michael in the last reading. So this is just piggybacking off of that. So once you stand in your truth, because I'm going to tell you something, I see a lot of swords here. And it could be communication, the way you think is travel. You are somebody that pierces the atmosphere of like dark energy, low vibrational frequencies. You're somebody who causes like a reckoning, just like how this tower, right? Like you could be an Aquarius, you could be someone who like how people are building their foundations, right? And they think they're doing something. Okay, Aries energy, they could very well have it going on, but if it don't stand in the truth, see, this is where you come in at. It has to come down. So you're someone who calls out things. You're someone who stand in integrity. And you expect others to do the same. Because why would you build your foundation on anything else? It's not going to last. Yeah, the king and the queen has to fall if they're not standing in integrity or the truth. And see, now this is the Aries card, but to me it's Aquarius energy, because it's the aftermath is Terry. The aftermath is Aquarius. But if this was just the tower without the thunderbolt, then yeah, this would be Aries energy. You know what I'm saying? But to me, okay, let's argue. Any astrologer out there that got anything to say, okay? Because like I said, after all, because to me, Aries in their carnal state is really the devil energy. Okay. So, because, and not just to say like in a bad way, Aries could be, because I have Aries third house. When I say, especially when I was a child, baby, I used to let it rip. I ain't want to tell you. The elders used to say, now why did you say that? You need to learn to think before you speaking. And and just because you know the truth, they don't mean that you got to say it all the time. I had the Libra, that thing. That's the polar opposite of Aries, Libra. You got to tap into, this is a dual realm, honey. You're not going to get far operating in 180 degree energy, period. Energy is energy. Everything is energy. Hell, even in the Bible, where it says, it ain't by might, it ain't by power, it's by spirit. Spirit is energy. Okay? Everything is energy. Let's not forget that. So, and for this Page of Pentacles to come out, clarifying this tower, whatever was built here, this is what you found comfort in. That's that Page of Swords. Okay? You found comfort and you manifested this energy. This dual energy, this false, this mask. Somebody that wears a mask. Okay? But you're really the emperor. You monitored this energy. You watered down your emperor energy. And you gave bare minimum. With this Page of Pentacles. But the strong arm is here. Stand firm when faced with forceful demands that challenge your will and integrity. Resist the stronghold that seeks to bind your spirit. No weapon that is formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against you in judgment, you shall condemn. You shall condemn. Meaning say that the Most High going to condemn, your spirit team is going to condemn, your mama, no, this is you. This is your walk. This is your world, your path, your journey. You are going to condemn every false tongue that rises up against you. Okay? Assert your freedom and uphold your right to choose, for strength lies in the courage to say no. So, let's deal with the beyond the fog and shade energy here. Let's see. You're being called to you keep getting the world card, bro. Yeah, look, journey, voyage. Some of y'all could be going through your Saturn return. So something's going on, collective. You're going through something right now, but you've been called to wait, gaze, judge, reflect, then act boldly. Okay, because you got the Chronos dancer here. You know when to move. You know when to move, but you're at the end. So be patient. Listen to yourself. Okay. And stay spiritually rooted. Some of you guys need to go out and hug a tree or something. But yeah, or just sit with yourself. Listen to the ancestors within you. Listen to the Most High Mother and Father. Sit still and listen. Embrace yourself with reverence. Okay. Because I guarantee you, you're going to realize some things. That's why you had to got that Four of Swords card. You need to be patient. Okay? Because baby, you about to be the star. But it's going to take you got to balance out your energy first. After you stand in the integrity. Okay? So let me get more messages from real quick. Let's see something. Your journey is not what you expected. But life is filled with twists and turns. Just know that you've chosen to go through it. You're equipped. So what's blocking the collective right now? I know we got perfectionism. Alright. In the last spread. Now, we got animal instinct here. But this is somebody that protects themselves by any means necessary. And that's what you was doing in that dual energy of the Tower. Of the Page of Swords. Because you was guarding your leader in you. It says, living from the trauma body. You bite before you breathe. You respond from survival, not spirit. You need to know that you are more than a trauma response. Rise as the divine human, which is the divine masculine, the emperor. And ask yourself, why are you still reacting like prey? Yeah, this is your blockage. Living from the trauma body. Trying to, when you respond from survival all the time, it's hard for you to stand in truth. You're somebody, and that's why I mentioned Aries. Aries, that's all they care about, trying to survive. You know what I'm saying? Trying to stay on top, as they should. You know, that's emperor's energy. Okay, but it definitely can be distorted, because what's the emperor in reverse? Control. Okay, so when you read these cards, read them from both sides. It's two sides to everything. Just like you don't Aries, you Libra. Just like you don't Aquarius, you Leo. Leo can't Leo without Aquarius. Libra can't Libra without Aries. It's 12 signs, but it's really 6 when you pair them together. Okay, that's what I'm getting to. Anything outside of 360 is 180. And that's not a cycle. You can complete a cycle because you stuck in 180. You stuck on one side. You have to merge. Because guess what? When you merge, it moves from 180 to 360. And then once the cycle is complete, you ain't got to stay on a karmic wheel and keep going around in circles. Talking about, why you doing me so wrong? Just keep holding me down. Feeling so stupid, useless. Loving you on this way. Well, what can I say? But I want to go. But I keep coming back. That's that Jasmine Sullivan. You can complete a cycle. And that's where you're at. You're on the verge of completing the cycle of limiting yourself. Okay. And you're about to spiral up. Okay, yeah. That contract is up. Okay, animal instinct. Let's go to Archangel Michael, and we're going to end this message. It says, trust in divine purpose. This experience has divine meaning. Healing will come. Know that you are on a path of growth. Didn't I just say? This thing is ending. You're getting ready to close this cycle. You're not about to keep going around this thing. You're not about to keep going in circles. Because you're about to integrate your energy and you're about to spiral up. Okay? That's why you got the World card. Okay? Yeah. Put your creative energy into action here. Archangel Gabriel joins me to spark your creativity, help you communicate your vision, and motivate you to create something beautiful. Okay. This card breaks down to a number 7. It's number 25. And then 34 breaks down to a number 7. So you're definitely on a spiritual journey here. You're awakening to some things about yourself, the truth of who you are, how you stood. You looked at what you've collected. You asked yourself, did I stand in the truth? Then you ask yourself, what do I need to release? See, some of y'all out there doing work. And now you're saying, okay, now that I see, now that I know, what reward do I deserve? And see, and that's where you're at. Because you're at Aquarius before you get to Pisces. And see, because when you get to Pisces, see, once the cycle ends and you spiral up, you get to put on your creative energy. And you get to put it into action, because that's what Pisces is. It's the house of endings, But guess what? You get to move and progress into something else. Archangel. Let me see. Gary Jones. Me the spark of creativity. You create something beautiful. Yeah, you get a chance to create something beautiful after you've done with this animal instinct energy. Living from the trauma body. Yeah, this thing had you in a chokehold. Okay. Yeah, it says take control of your thoughts. Your thoughts are creating your reality. Have faith and stay focused on the outcome that you truly desire. What do you truly desire? So, okay, I'm being led to say, look, whatever you desire, for instance, if it's losing weight and you don't want to take the Ozempic and all that other crap, watch videos that cater to your weight loss goals. Watch people lifting weights, completing workout sets. Just watch video. You got to feed that desire with something. That's how you take control of your thoughts. Okay, open up to your spiritual gifts. Remember that your true nature is spiritual, not physical. The angels are sending you messages to guide your soul's growth. This card came out in the last reading. And another, I'm going to read the bottom of the deck. It says, recognize the signs from above. Angels are sending you messages now, but you're too distracted to notice. Stay alert and open to divine guidance. So, starting with this message is one of them, okay? So, I'll take a message from the Shabby Zane's Oracle. Guided Light message book. Book of messages. It says, this is random message number 10. If things are at a standstill, consider this a time to reflect on your most intimate relationships. You may be close to closing out a cycle with someone who brings burdens, chaos into your life. This person might exhibit impulsive and reckless behavior, creating a toxic environment through poor decision making. If you resist the inevitable changes, the strain of this relationship may become overwhelming. Opportunities for balanced connections are within reach, but embracing the truth and making sacrifices will be necessary. The rewards of healing are significant. Trust that as you find the strength to move forward. A true sense of fulfillment will emerge. Let go of past connections and burdens so you can be open to receiving new blessings in your life. So, for most of you, this is a relationship with yourself. Distinguishing the characteristics of who you are. Seeing the duality of you, like the double mindedness, the double standards, the watered down emperor, or shall I say the distorted emperor energy. But anyway, for others of you, it is a relationship. Okay, so keep going in circles. So through meditation, I see clearly beyond the veils of illusions. Third eye chakra. Third eye chakra. Okay. We gotten this card quite a few times with the third eye. So you're being called to view life from the lens of the third eye. Because this is where your heightened abilities are going to come. Okay. Yeah, because you're going to be rooted. You're going to be spiritually rooted. You're going to spiritually cater to the root of you. Okay. It's just going to bring about mind, body, and unity. Okay. It's going to bring about the change that's needed here. All right. So, whew. Beyond the five senses and the limitations of time and space, we enter an energetically vast world that connects everything. We tap into this when we are dreaming, working with expanding our consciousness through spiritual practice, when we are visualizing, and when we are daydreaming. In these states, we enter other dimensions and frequencies and start seeing beyond the veil of life. And that's what you were doing. Because you got Chronos Dancer, walker between realms, and Astral Guardian. That's what you do. So the third eye chakra, but see, you do it in a different state, in a different realm, because it's who you really are. But see, when you're when you come to this realm, honey, you're just a different person. Because of what you've had to, the impact, what you've had to endure. But the third eye chakra is an energetic space holding your intuition, clear seeing beyond the physical eye, okay, and the inner eye, which can perceive life beyond the physical constructs. This is the place of clairvoyance and psychic abilities, perceiving synchronicities and signs, co-creating with life through visualizations and dream work. The third eye is the inner seer, detached from the veils of illusion between the throat and the crown chakra. Can you tap into other levels of consciousness? Are you longing to understand life beyond what you've been taught and find your true path as a soul? Working with the third eye can open up many possibilities and healing for those seeking to experience a higher state of consciousness. So the third eye chakra practices meditation, breath work, spiritual practice, okay? Chant the throat chakra mantra, which is, I think OM, right? Eating organic, pure, and whole foods. So this, you can sit at the tree in meditation and chant the throat. And chant the the throat chakra mantra. Detoxify from messages from TV and other media outlets that clog your vision. Dream journaling, okay? Active visualizations. Listening to your inner guidance and your intuition. So symbols, it says Yazidi temples, unseen realms and dimensions that we tap into with our inner eye. Lotus, awakening, moon, intuitive knowing. So you definitely is someone that can access the 5D and maybe like in a dream state. So let's see what else. Let's see. There's too many. Just give me one card, Spirit. I got two. All right. So we got hidden motives and spirit babies here. Hidden motives. So beware those who wear a mask, concealing their true intentions beneath a facade of sincerity. Hidden motives lurk behind their gestures of friendships and support. Take necessary precaution. Trust actions over words always. And seek transparency in your interactions to protect yourself from unseen agendas. That's how I move her there. I trust actions over words. Because people, people can tell you a lot of things. Well, I'm this way. And I can't stand when people sit up and tell me who they are. It's not your job. It is never your job to say, to speak who you are. It ain't, you can speak it to yourself, talk to yourself, but I'm gonna see you by what you do. I'm gonna hear you, but I'm gonna size you about your actions. Okay. Then you got spirit babies here. Spirit babies are spiritual gifts from above. Bringing joy and hope into our lives. Every good and perfect gift is from above. James 1:17. Treasure these little ones as precious blessings meant to brighten our world. So I'm going to say this. It was a great loss that somebody done went through out there. This might not be for everybody. Some of y'all could have carried a baby full term. And the baby, you might have had a stillborn or something like that. Or something happened to where, the baby's just not here. Something happened with these hidden motives here. So, and I'm going to say this too. You're awakening to some things that were definitely hidden. Like you seeing some things now. Because what was going on? What was going on? I'm going to use this oracle. The snitch bitch oracle. What was going on with this spirit? So we saw that Three of Swords in the last video. Great pain. Okay, give me one more. So, now let's see. I'm going to read both of these. It says number 13 and 31. Ain't that something? These numbers break down these numbers break down to a number 4, which 4 means stability. This is the foundation. This is the tower. Okay, so this was like the shock factor for you. It says manifesting, but make it manipulative. So somebody was doing a lot of manifesting, but it was very manipulative around you. So it says, let me see, mirror around. You said it was a vision board, but it was a control board in disguise. Spirit don't co-sign forced timelines or soulmate ultimatums. Where are you trying to bend reality instead of trusting divine timing? Are you co-creating or coercing? This could be a truth that you've encountered, okay? What did this look like? Then the other card says you can't tarot your way out of accountability. The spiritual flex realm is here, okay? It says you pull the same card 3 times trying to reframe the truth. Now spirit's laughing. Clarity requires courage, not a different deck. What truth are you refusing to accept because it's inconvenient? Where are you spiritualizing indecision? I'm not even going to pick. I'm not going to add to that. it's too many, huh? Give me one card, Spirit, please. And thank you. Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Then we got the Seven of Cups. So the Knight of Cups, the Emperor, and the Seven of Cups is here. So we have because the Knight of Cups here, it says messenger of romance and invitations. Then we got the Emperor here. And then we got the Seven of Cups, which is confusing illusions place. Yeah, Josh. So what I'm looking at here is this Knight of Cups energy is, it's like an offer of what do you call it? When somebody knows what to say, how to say it, when to say it, type of thing. Next to the Emperor, it means control. Okay, trying to control, controlling the heart of a matter, controlling the heart of a situation. But it leaves people in confusing illusions. Okay, that's why you got the Seven of Cups here. This is why the Page of Swords is here. Development of trust and manifestations. This is the Page of Pentacles energy. That clarified that Tower. So all of this is lining up. And see, this was the hidden motives. Let me clarify this card right quick. Yeah, I was just going to say, now that I'm looking at Spirit Babies, I'm thinking about your creativity. But look, when I thought about your creativity, I'm thinking this card here popped up, the Four of Wands. It says Joyous Homes Gardens. This is union energy. This is give me one more. This is something coming back around. That was the Five of Wands that came out. Look, Nine of Wands. Mentally stuck way. Okay, so you got Four of Wands, Eight of Swords, and Nine of Wands here. So whatever happened with this Spirit Baby energy card, whether you done lost a baby or your creativity, something was taken from you creatively. It left you mentally stuck and standing in the Nine of Wands energy. Wearily defensive and quick to communicate. Okay, quick to communicate. That's why that Strongman Oracle card came out. Animal instinct, I believe. Operating from trauma instinct. Yeah, in a minute. I'm doing a video. Let me see. Yeah, animal instinct. It says living from the trauma body. You taking many hits, but remember, in the beginning, your counsel wants you to know I messed up with my phone on airplane mode. That you are anointed by afflictions, okay? And every hit you took was a holy initiation. Every heartbreak was a seal. Affliction didn't strip you, it sanctified you, okay? So yeah. I want to leave you with a if I can't find that deck. I'm gonna leave you with a message from the hidden realm of wisdom. Since you somebody that like to walk different realms. This is the wisdom of the hidden realms, okay? And I'm gonna end this video. Yasir, put that down. Joshua. Card number 1. Wow. I've never gotten this card, by the way. That's why I was like, wow. Okay. Card number 1. This is the Lady of Love and Compassion, Reverence, kindness, and consideration. Okay. So, when the High Lady of Love and Compassion chooses to be your ally, she brings you deep and meaningful message. She reminds you that only love is real. It is the sole, unconditional, and true power behind all means of manifesting out of the unseen into the material. Love's greatest creative power is ignited by the conscious action of compassion, generosity of the heart. Now, I'm going to go back because something stood out to me. It says, love's greatest creative power is ignited by the conscious action of compassion. It is the sole, unconditional, and true power behind all means of manifesting out of the unseen into the material world. So, when you're someone that you travel a lot into different realms. So you want to manifest and see, that's where that womb comes in at. Love from an authentic place. Okay, stand in integrity, even when you love, okay? Love's greatest creative power is ignited by the conscious action of compassion. Let your compassion be authentic, okay? Your generosity of the heart, reverence, respect, and empathy for all living things bring you profound power to live a life of happiness and contentment. Love, compassion, and kindness to all must be the impulse behind your thoughts, your feelings, and actions when you intend to create a prosperous and abundant life. Unconditional love will be returned tenfold, okay? The High Lady also reminds you that when she chooses to be your ally, she brings you evidence that you're loved. All manner of synchronicities align in your favor. If your questions refers to a relationship, you're required to think of the other person and inquire what is in his or her highest good. Give selflessly without asking for or expecting anything in return, and let go. What is yours will come to you. Kindness always returns somehow. You will surely receive that which you give in more ways than you can imagine. Okay? So when the High Lady of Love and Compassion appears as your challenger, she gently reminds you to snap out of self-centeredness. The ego has set a sneaky trap for you. You may have forgotten that to create an abundant life, you must be conscious of how your choices impact those around you. Are you trying to manipulate others to get what you want without consideration for them? What I did with it. I think I done put it up. Yeah. See, I done read this one, the Snitch Bitch Oracle. Manifesting, but make it manipulative. And what's the other one? You can't tear it your way out of accountability. Yeah. Yeah. But are you trying to manipulate others to get what you want without consideration for them? Is it possible that your good intentions are about helping too much, enabling another person to remain the same and preventing his or her growth? Sometimes it's better to let others hit rock bottom with their own suffering rather than trying to make it easier for them. Sometimes you need to be cruel to be kind. Be conscious that you aren't alone in this world. Begin to behave as if the God in all life and every person matters. Remember that the living world is a sacred community, and you're a magical and important part of it, but you're not the only one who counts. The High Lady of Love and Compassion is waiting to guide you and be your friend and ally. Think first of others, and she will orchestrate your ultimate success. Yeah, you guys. This message was pretty lengthy. But if this message, I feel like I just gave you a key. Okay. So put keys in the comment section for both videos. Even if you watch the first one or not, you know. I may keep the thumbnails the same. But if this video was of any help to you, put keys in the comment section. Because your life is about to go from something lifeless to something prosperous, something abundant. I'm Unconventional Jack, and this was your message.